Hey, Bacon Church community. I wanted to take some time here this afternoon to talk to you and let you know about what's next as we travel together on this journey on this pandemic that we've been having to deal with now. Can you believe it's been 6 months since this all started? And it's hard to believe that in some ways, and yet the future is still unknown about what's going to happen when we can get back to normal. I was reading an article back in March that talked about this, and it kind of warned us as pastors that we shouldn't see this as a blizzard or even a long winter, but more like a mini ice age. And it's kind of been prophetic as we see now that, again, we're all the way into this and where we are, and yet we're still looking ahead and not quite sure what's going to happen next. And no one can reliably predict what it's going to take and when it's going to happen that we'll get back to normal. Can I encourage you really quick with three beliefs that we've been talking about since the beginning of this? The first is that fear doesn't have to overwhelm us. We follow a God who owns the future. The second is that we're still the church, even though we're not able to meet together regularly face to face like we normally do, although we're starting to do some things like that now. In many ways, this is a great opportunity for us to understand what it means to be the church wherever we are between the Sundays. And the third is that now more than ever, we can show what it means to love like Jesus. We can look at these guidelines that are in place that are sometimes very inconvenient as a way to show that we will do things for others, which is what it means to love like Jesus. Back in March when this all started, we immediately began online service, and a lot of leaders have helped make that happen since that time. And then in June, we added an outdoor service when the state guidelines allow for us to be able to do that. And then in late July, when we felt like it was safe, we started offering an indoor service, and we've seen those numbers steadily increase during the month of August. Now I want to talk to you about what's next, and there is some shifts in how we're going to be doing our Sunday morning services. Beginning Sunday, September the 13th, we're going to be offering a 9 o'clock indoor service, which will also be broadcast live online. Now please note that's about a half hour earlier than when we have been meeting for that service. 9 o'clock on Sunday mornings beginning on September 13th. You can be here indoors or watch it online off of our public Facebook page. We're going to continue also on that date to offer our outdoor service, except now it's going to be beginning at 11:30 a.m. instead of in the evening. We decided to do this for several reasons. One is because in feedback from our recent church survey, we found that a majority of our community, they prefer a morning service. Also, through feedback from leadership groups, we've learned there's quite a few families that have kids who are ready to come to an outdoor service but not an indoor service, and yet they have kids who that evening start time for an outdoor service doesn't work well with their bedtimes, especially with school starting here right after Labor Day. And since the summer is almost over, we're going to start seeing it get dark earlier. We're going to start seeing the temperature fall. And by doing it earlier, we can have this outdoor service for a longer period of time. And then also, to this schedule is just better for our worship and multimedia and other volunteers that work, that serve during those services. So that's going to be happening starting September the 13th. And this coming Sunday, we'll still do 9:30 a.m. for our indoor online and 6 o'clock p.m. for our outdoor. Now, and then on the 13th, we'll go to those new times. Also on the 13th, we're going to have our children's Sunday school classes begin to take place once again. Now, because of that, it's going to be critical that if you want to attend the indoor service, that you continue to sign up. You can do that online. You can do that through our church app. You can also call a church office and sign up that way. We expect that our indoor numbers will increase as time goes on, and right now we have a capacity of about 100 to 125, and we're looking to restructure the seating so that we can do more than that, especially since the state is now saying we can do 75% capacity instead of 50% capacity. So we're hoping to be able to restructure it where we can seat anywhere from 150 to 200 here real soon. So in addition to those shifts in our Sunday services, we also want to let you know that our teams are going to continue to meet outdoors through the month of September, and then October they will come indoors and meet on Wednesday nights for their midweek activities, observing appropriate social distancing guidelines. Our kids, beginning the 16th, will also be having weekly activities from 6:45 to 8:15, again with appropriate social distancing guidelines. And we have small groups, some that have been meeting during the summer, some that we're going to be starting on the 13th, that will be meeting outdoors through the month of October. And I won't give you all those details here, but you can go to our website, you can go to our church app, you can call the church office and speak to one of our staff pastors to know more about what's going on in those areas, or if you have questions about what we're doing with our services. You can also join our church's Facebook page, Community Life at Bel Air Church of Nazarene, if you want to be able to follow what's going on. You know, we're still dealing with challenging times, but God is good, right? And I'm excited that we're finding more ways to be able to connect face to face. We have no reason to have overwhelming fear. We can love like Jesus as we go through this, and we can be the church wherever we are, especially as we live life between the Sundays. I challenge you, encourage you to do that. Hope to see you either indoors or outdoors or online on Sundays. God bless.